Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a pre-fight show for UFC 272, Covington versus Masvidal at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, live on pay-per-view. And by the way, I will be at Mall of America watching this fight at a sports bar. First R&D, I believe it's called. So stop by, say hi if you're in the area in Minnesota. Yeah, just be hanging out, watching the fights with other fans, having a great time. Anyways, so it's a pre-fight rundown on the main card with my predictions as always. So to kick off the main card, in the heavyweight division, we have Sergey Spivak versus Greg Hardy. I'm going to go with Sergey here. I'm going to say second round submission. Excuse me. I think he's going to be smart enough and calculated enough to not try to stand and bang with Greg Hardy, but more or less go for a takedown. And I think that he'll work a submission or ground and pound in this fight card. Anyways, now on to the welterweight division. We have Sergey Spivak over Greg Hardy, submission round 2, or submission or ground and pound. Then in the welterweight division, we have Kevin Holland versus Alex Oliveira. I'm going to go with Kevin Holland here. I think that the UFC likes Kevin Holland, and I think they're trying to make sure that he has a name opponent, and that either it can really put him back, which is a good thing, or Alex Oliveira really, gets his name back up there with a nice big win over a guy like Kevin Holland, who was a top prospect. So this is a win-win for the UFC, win-win for the fans, because I think this is going to be a really good fight. Then in the featherweight division, we have Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell. I'm going to go with, I think I decided I'm going to go with Bryce Mitchell on here. Let me just double check some stats here. Yeah, I think that Bryce Mitchell tries to make this a ground game, and he eventually does, and he knows he doesn't want to stand and bang, and he knows he wants to get that twister submission or some other submission. I think eventually he does get it, and he's going to be pushing for that. And I think it's going to take some time, but I think second round submission for Bryce Mitchell. I got back to the welterweight. If I didn't say it yet, Kevin Holland defeats Alex Oliveira by decision. Then, featherweight, Edson Barboza defeats... Bryce Mitchell defeat Edson Barboza's second round submission. Then we go on to the co-main event in the featherweight division, or at a catchweight, because Edson is a featherweight. At a catchweight, we have at 160 Rafael dos Anjos versus Hanato Moycano. This one I went back and forth on, but I'm going to go with Dos Anjos here. I think the experience is going to play a factor, and I think he'll avoid any ground attack from Moycano, and I think he'll squeak out a decision here, decision unanimous. Then in the main event in the welterweight division, we have Colby Chaos Covington, former UFC interim welterweight champ, versus Jorge Masvidal, the BMF champ, or former BMF champ, whatever you want to say. I'm going to go with Colby Covington by decision. I think the combinations and counter strikes are going to keep Jorge at bay, and it's just going to outwork Jorge and wear him out. But I think Colby not being known for his knockout power, Jorge will hang in there long enough to lose the rounds and accumulate losses each round and lose a decision win. Lose a decision, and thus the win will go to Colby Chaos Covington. So I got Colby Covington, unanimous decision. I could see a scenario where he loses a round, maybe 2, but I think overall Colby gets the win here by decision. So there you have it. I got Sergey Spivak. I got Kevin Holland, Bryce Mitchell, Dos Anjos, and Covington. Those are my picks to win at UFC 272. And like and subscribe down there if you haven't already. And have a great time enjoying these fights. As always, until then, see ya.